putupru ama ne bo abeka yensa ena ye bom e dia tro kra ansa na ya pem so akọ omampani John Dramani Mahama ene oguso e papa na so afo a na we amantam makomako edu ena wobodi entitawaso di ebia na wo fa bi ka ho ebia na kun ka ho ebia na wo bra bi ka ho ana wo sister bi o maami bi na ne ya boni din ese wono amantam du a ye di kan kra no regional ministers no yenkwai na ne di kan edi a wo boye eye etifido mantem northern region Ali Adolf John wono ena ye okọ akwakọhwe eho otimantem owura John Kwadwo Japon wono ne di enonom Volta eye fra mantem James Gunu wono so eho ena wokwakọhwe epoye mantem eye maame Rita Akosua eje awate wono eho ena okọ eye poye mantem Eastern region etifido epoye mantem North East eye Ibrahim Tia enye ni dini tia Ibrahim Tia wono so enonom Asante mantem eye Dr. Frank Amwakohene wono ena ekwakọhwe Asante mantem etifido epoye mantem eye Upper East eye Akamugri Danitus Atanga wono ena ekwakọhwe Upper East ahafo eye Charity Gardener wono ena ekwakọhwe ahafo ena Savannah eye Salisu di Abewiri wono so ho ena ekwakọhwe ena Nkramantem ha eye Maami Linda Okru onua eye mrashebedwani Linda Okru ena ekwakọhwe ho na afie ensakra kakraba wakane sawi a won kire se eye saa wa na kwakọhwe na wasan atro bibi kakra e dia farm ho eno ena da Angel TV eso no na Dr. Frank Amwakohene kakra wotro edifa ne ho se ene ye ka na asem a ya boni din no we medical professional osan youth leader ene mabunu no ena oda wo mano pa na ye kan ye wonim anasa ni expertise dia na healthcare no ho governance kakra wo ho ena public service nso wo ho ene ya me na wo kase ukwasantemantem a wono ena ye chọchọfo edema NDC amanyokuo ewo asantemantem Sara ena owura James Gunu wono so kakra ye tro ede efa ne ho oye veteran media practitioner ye kan ensemtrofo adwuma na wono so wodi emu akotene pa okra Bachelor of Arts degree wo journalism mu ensem adwuma ne de ene wodware wo mpa wodi akotene ewom owura James Gunu enkane na oye MC ema de hye ewo akache wono so kakra ye tro ede efa ne ho no ma Rita Akosua eje awate wono so distinguished leader ene ye kan nimdie pa owo nimdie ewo governance enwomasua na empotem community development empotem se ye befa ye ntoma papa fra wo ho no wo ya ade ewo mu pa sesia ye no kasa Maami Rita Akosua aje awate osua ade osua ade se obenya emu abodi no abeye PhD holder ewo management ewo University of Ghana ne de enonom owura John Kwadwo Japon wono so ekra business executive osan former enkane mrashebedwani ma adehye wo Akan constituency na ene ya ogusu esuade anase wasuade wie kra University of Cape Coast enwomasua yebeka se education mu entino no so ne de enonom yankwa na owura Akangbiri the Danitus Atanga wono ekra masters in human rights ena osan ekra Bachelor of Education social sciences emu na ene mathematics se ye kan maths pa nkontabu a wo ye ho ade pa ni nyina kwaje ntete we efi University of Education Winneba na enkane anase enkane no na oye coordinator ema National School Feeding Program no ena ene osan ebeye presiding member Emma Bongo District Assembly no nese wono so wabo adwuma pa ne otoso bio owura Ali Adolf John wono so ebo ne homoden a wagentete ewo education professional wa service tutor ewo circuit supervisor emu enu achikra wa desk officer eno so ni nyina nwomasua Ghana Education Service ya na wabebo ne homodi ewo mu pa okra Bachelor of Education ɛna san ekura masters in technology degree enso ni nyina efi education winiba heya ɛna ene wɔno so abesom sɛ northern regional chairman ɛma NDC amayoko maame charity gardener wɔno so ne die enie ɔyɛ businesswoman osan human resource professional wɔno de wabɔ adwuma ni ye pa ye ka edwadie ye ka enkwala ho asɛm girl child education and empowerment wɔno so abɔ ne ho modern pa okra masters and bachelor in degree and human resource management wɔno so wabɔ ne ho modern ye yanko owura salisu ene awiri bi enso ɛhɔ wɔno law lecturer osan lawyer ni or a veteran professional, valuation professional and development expert. And ye ka law emra ene empotem empuntua wo ye adie ewo mu pa wa serve anase enkane no or serve district chief executive was Central Gonja district ono so edie no okra professional qualification certificate ewo emrem enti ye kamera padia na onimde ewo Ghana emrem wasan agent entity Ghana School of Law okra masters in law degree ni nyina efi Ghana School of Law ha and osankra bachelor of law, bachelor of science in land economy ni nyina efi Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology Mami Linda Okura yabo ni din se omra na omesom enkramantem ha wono enso ye mrahye bedwani ema de hye Shai Osudoku constituency na okra bachelor of science in degree in administration banking and finance option ni nyina efi University of Ghana Ora Ibrahim Tia wono so de ayetro e de efa ne ho okra public health finance local government professional with expertise in system management, public relations, health financing, and Tinedia no so wono so wabo adwuma pa. Ora Ibrahim Tia as service regional secretary Ediama NDC amanyoko ewo North East region 2019 and ono so ebesom NDC amanyoko. Enti first badge enipa maku edua yabo omudin se regional ministers no eno ena acting spokesperson edema omampani Felix Kwachi Ofosu watra enye ne signature fe ena watro ashasia ode aba enti first badge enipa maku edu wamo eno no enti ene odi amaya na lobby no na wa lobby akwechire is a first badge 10 ena aba enti ahefa na ahye mo amokontokwa mo amu prepare mo ho no ene wudi ma mu a na nso ahwe se wudi ebebem
ana mambani his excellency John Dramani Mahama akasa achega na fo nyina se kwa bia so empani fo wo modira da bambo aso ya no e wo man Ghana mu te sa press fo wo me won so wo me wo Ghana ya hye so immigration fo no ezoso no ye navy fo afei wo ma ego nwuram kontokwa mu ko agye mayi wo ya hye so ne miamia hodo agye mayi fa hodie di si wo asoja fo so ka ho bi eno achi wo me wo mayi mu amhwe sa asomdwe be ya adwuma press fo wo ma kaka ho nyina wase wo nyina se wo so obi aka ne tambo ne de onko dia no na bo ma nyina yetimi abo asomdwe yo na bo ma ya asomdwe ya yekutamu no de yedi free Ghana akro ane de yedi wura Ghana de yedi ti Ghana ha nyina ya ya asase ebetimi atim kama na bo ama Ghana asomdwe no atimi akoyie wose bambo fo nyina ebo ban na obi amfa ne kitikiti ne mranto asem ne mrante sama mebo amfa amfra ye bambo hu nsam ama fe hu ani hwenhwe ye nkuta Ghana fo wode nsam ya todwa achese se hu behia sa na muntu a wose bambo aso ye ne tuo na de boa ama Ghana se de ye nyina yetimu no ye hu ne se wo makika wo mo ho nya se wo mo trase atwan ama bibi asi ansa na wo ma ye bibi broni fra bibi proactiveness se wo mo timu hyase emfa wo mutimu susu ka se baby ye dri ye hyase enye we na hwe ya se betimi asi na wo ma ye enti nipa bonfo ne hyase se won tutu na mo no na se ebambofo na di anim kan na bibia toto na kwan mu kama o ma bani de sanse mu atudwa ebra abambo ye wo ma Ghana mu akuhodo wo mo empanifo atuatua no heads of security eba nan ya na chief of defense staff bambo for ya wo mo ma Ghana mu soja fo no wo mo pani pa wodi wo manim CDS aka ho edi animo General Thomas Paul Pepra afen wo ma kaka ho nyina wo na yesa leader nti wo na di animo de wo mo koye akosra wo mampani ma na kwaba se papa wo na ye commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces se ye Ghana Armed Forces de ane na de aka ne de obi a hyewase enti ye ba ya eyanchia ane akwaba ane ye de ma wo se waba wo sa ba ane wo sa ba enti akwaba bie mu awura ane oje wo so na ho no ka kire se so ye memu ankasa no a bambo ho nsam ye koso wo ye memu na ho hia pa enipa dodoro no a ka ho asem titiro ye se ane ase nipa bi ya boni ho ama akwakoye bibie ho wo se ono ankasa kura wate se o me ye ti fifemu ye ne amanye wo ho no mo no ya hye so no ase nipa bi ye skamishes nketenkete bi ono se hey munya abotre ana se mo nhyase na munya adwuma na bamba wose yenya e wo man Ghana mu ne hia pa na aboa ma yakoso ahwe ne muten na ya adwuma yentie Ghana mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
We still have threats to our peace that we must continue to look at internally and externally. Internally to do with chieftaincy disputes and some incidents of armed robbery and things like that. Externally to do with the threats on our northern borders. And so we cannot let our vigilance down. There should be no vacuum. And so you must all continue to work, as the CDS said, zealously to make sure that there's no breach of the peace in the country. And so I want to thank you for all the work you're doing. We're working hard to set up the Council of State so that we can start to put the controlling boards of all the services and all the government parastatals in place. And so once we have the Armed Forces Council and the Prisons Council and all of them set up, all your service councils, we're sure that we'll begin to look at how to manage things in respect of any outstanding issues that exist. But in the meantime, I expect you all to work very closely together like you've been doing and continue to keep the country safe for all of us.
No wase senti temupa wejina benkum wese wejina nifa na akwa ya sasa bambo fro na nkasa won bebo yenye ho ban no womumu entema tetia wose be hadwen pa wose se de mo ya no monya ne saa wai yaro akufu dampare ni CDS mo amaka ni nyina mo nka mo monya ne saa na wose saa na monya no na momu ama asumdue no nkoso antena se bambo no nkoso anya adwuma na emwa oman na yenkoyenim ni nyina nkamfo no na Chief of Defense Staff CDS no ankasa Ghana Armed Forces yera General Thomas Opobepra wade to mampani anim so mampani udada oda ayam woni nkum na da pada na ho na yeni abrese ye boya hye ho ban ye bo Ghana ankasa so ho ban bambo pa de se be free awura efri hen empare yen enya adwuma da etu de pani ho meso na da na bibia is under control.
Mr. President, we want to assure you of our loyalty, professionalism, and dedication. We've been working together as a team, meeting all the complex challenges of the security environment. By working together as a team, we've been able to keep this country quiet and stable. Mr. President, I want to assure you that we are going to continue with even greater zeal to ensure that we maintain the security and stability of this country. I want to assure you of our unflinching support and dedication, as I said, to duty, and make sure that we help you to achieve or realize your objective of resetting Ghana.
Ghana Wadano, Chief of Defense Staff, General Thomas Opobepra.
Amampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enye wani mpanifo akukudami ehie yape eno buna ketem oseme kominchi na mede me ho akwakyere na nanom mpanifo wo ho na masetwedi amponyankopon ne ala nyina mpaibo edi amami eni odimi kantenta eni boko na bre okopie mu wo boko na okache om se nokre ebre not Ghana benya so no na boko de bia de wo asumdwe nkwa obeti yenuan ma wo boko yenuan no wasa nigu chese babia na eyasumdwe ena na wo ho wonim ne afiri so ebeti ahomam a ene bayire ba na bonketenkete a entokwa menteme ho ase ene yesi etwaja ede ato dan miensa eda enamu na ese entokwa sa edu babia be na wotwe be bosome die na boko story bia beti bia ye entokwa edwem na entokwa si wo ho lori kwa na entokwa si ni ye hyenkrofo dan ni ye tuo sa eno ne Omampani John Dramani Mahama edi ato ne papanom ne nuanom ne wofanom ene ema ne mema ewo boko ne mpotam nyina ose rohie mu ba ko pe eno de maom se boko omo beda sumdue muli a obi antutuo obi ankoka ntokwa obi ankohye obi efie esanse wabai ose obehwe n'animanim ya toto niema bia nam so ma basabasa ye ba ya ede ohaw ne amane e ba ede ntokwa ba na yenchi Omampani ebre okopie mu ewo ho.
During the campaign, I stated that if God granted our desire and I was elected president, bringing peace to Boko was going to be one of my #1 priorities. So today is exactly 1 week when I was sworn in at the Black Star Square. And it's my first major assignment outside Accra. And so I decided to come and assure you that we're going to work very hard to make sure that we bring peace back to Boko. I remember when I was president, Boko and surrounding areas were very peaceful. And work was going on, people were going about their duties. It's sad that this situation has occurred again. And I know that for the last 3 years, you have not been able to sleep. You've been living under stress. And so the priority of our government will be to bring peace back to Boko so that everybody can go about his duties without fear of harassment.
Wow, I know say, if you say na ya mo na ye maba. Me baba toto niema kura animanim ya ene de ese me de sha ne ese me di wura ha ne ese me de sen ha ne ese me soma no ne ese ye pam no ese ne ye betoto niema ni nyina na no se enche kura wafa pen wenya de si paper so choro enche kura wosoafo no ene ebehwe ye bambo ho nsem eye minister for defense wose enche ene ye mobetini din obeti ye no akoverting na nso wo tido okwa enu achi minister for interior ono so na yaboni din no so betoto niema na wahwe enche national security advisor wono so wose obeboni din sara national security coordinator obeboni din director edema bureau of national investigation BNI eno so se enche kra ye beboni din wose enche sa positions nyina toto form wie na ye hunu se maame aso mesi papa aso mesi obenti ena ya boni din ese wo mra me ya dwuma na wose bibia bekoso asumdwe mulia titiri ne boko obia ebeko na dwuma so ada amanasum adjon.
We want to assure you that we're putting in place the various appointments so that we can have ministers and other officials who are responsible for the security to take charge. And so within this week, we will do the appointments of the Minister of Defense, the Minister of Interior, the National Security Advisor, the National Security Coordinator, the BNI Director, and all the others. And when these appointments are made, I'm going to charge them to make Boko one of the #1 priorities that they attend and deal with. And so I'll appeal to you to exercise patience, exercise restraint, and to let you know that I am apprised of the issue. I'm going to deal with it, and I can assure you, have trust in myself and this administration that by the grace of God, peace is going to come back. Permanent peace is going to come back to Boko.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, a broke PM ewa Boko, and not this Arishamun Semi Emawum.
Yanka was saying something in a some news said this some more angel 102.9 FM ewa and crying and Angel TV na ya one cranny affiliate sister any brother stations are Ebu Ghana have beer. One mom so only say yeah Jumapa, no man who say was some to my boy Diano. Yeah, yenim any day Nimuna. Ya the master set Mama Ghana and United Radio Bar Cope. Ya also ya nim ya kaisa wa bra a parliament egu yenche ya 8th parliament no na emrebi ada wo mopono so a na wo se wo wiwie no yo ansa na parliament na asore ama yegu no ama fofra ahase sa emra no proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values bill aka anti-gay bill aka LGBTQ+ bill ya chese Ghana need onim no bia fanisa sa bill no e ho asem na me kan eno and a Ghana man penny, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama did to judge her say, said a bill no cocoya, and said your home dear quiet, and say, yes, I be be as for fro. Ama a bassa or quarter, I am not more friendly saying. Say, as some near dear Drew baby, I say, yeah, dear, some do by Fed, yes, fresh, more dimby.
Oh, and no sounds a do baby near finding only prosequa. Satiania Questa, yes, de novo. Mo, you haven't said de novo. Mo, any de novo. Hey, any de novo, the Biaba said the sexy don't the best starting for and a Gregory Focus, yes, starting for front to Sapa Pepe. Ye best be as an emum, say ye befia say or high court, ye and finding quite the straight you in Ketuamon, Yemum high court now saying, says 6 years, another 5 years, and then so. I'm a Sapa Pepe and a president he can was it de novo. It's say de novo, I hear and say, Yabashasia for fro, Sata fresh, or see the whole shoe. Do you understand? Yes, yes, sir. What you have to know, but often I can say on Tiasia, but not Tiasia. Oh, my penny say, dear, what can I say? A bra parliament and none, that's what 8th parliament, and it's a woman to me and 20 and a just a woo at the assembly. Emrebia na wo parliament na wo mudie a wo mantimi anka kwankwasi anje antumu ama mampani ansan ase amansa ama parliament ama manya antum bia ahyeagu esese samra no ahyeagu ba bia omuka kosi ye bia ahyeagu na emom no wo besa nyane no wo besa de ababiem na wo se kane no eba ye na ye ankronkro bi na tina ase no wo twotwo ye ne honorable Sam George Jata no odi mo akotene pa ene Ghana fo bi ye de wo mu ji mu ema mo ma asam no so kakran du parliament wo mu do so no benkum nifa afedru sa ye de kwa ma mampadi ne sa hase ena nipa miensa bi so no msi hey ye ni yanka ye ko Supreme Court mo bowa emra ne betie ti obi fa hodie so ntia mpene ne wo mu ko ye kwatwe so da wira twen ya ekire ya na nse ya na Supreme Court sam so ade no na wo mututu paper ni atokyire ba bi se kwamu da ho wo munya ho adwuma no ye twa last minute o mampani na do dan kwakufu ado excellency do something before you go and you did do something and do something enti ama asam no anko parliament biem na 8th parliament na guo enti asam no agu enso mampani so obesa nyane no we die o mane nya ankrenkre ya wo mo hyase aka na mom aban na nkasa ebedi akire de ne tumi atachire se sabre ne de tumi na atachire ne be yakase acha de na atachire kane no enti wo mo be ye ho adwuma ana o sa chema chese wo mo be hye se wo ne mpanimfo ewo bika ewo bi ye stakeholders obi e wo se wo be mu be kasa bi emu mu so adwene wo se de wo mo be tretrem aso adwene se de be ya ebe boa ne yatimi akasem ne yie na ba se ye gi atom a ankoye bibifia bi a ye gi atom ne mom ebe ya kase atre na jigan ni bia ho ensemi o mampani di tudwa ebra Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference asofo a wo mo Catholic asafonim wo mo ko ene ni hia ye ya wo mo na musifo ekọ ne nkyɛn ene ne kodi enkomo wo se bill ne de ekwa bia so ye besa pagam e de aba yenti o mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
The proper human sexuality, and it's quite a long name. Proper family values bill. If you remember, there was a court case that injected the speaker from forwarding it to the president, and also restrained the president from receiving the bill. Eventually, that case was disposed of in December, I think on the 18th or so. Yeah, so it meant that the injunction had been cleared. But as far as I know, the bill did not get to the president for assent. And so the convention is that all bills that are not assented to before the expiration of the life of Parliament expire. And so that bill effectively is dead, it has expired. I don't know what the promoters of the bill intend to do, but I do think that we should have a conversation on it again, so that all of us, if we decide to move that bill forward, move it forward with a consensus. And probably it shouldn't be a private member's bill, it probably should be a government bill with government behind it after consultation with all the stakeholders to see how, we're able to move this forward. But it leads us back to the discussion we had, that if we're teaching our values in school, we won't need to pass a bill to enforce, our family values. And that's why I think more than even the family values bill is us agreeing on a curriculum that inculcates these values into our children as they're growing up, so that we don't need to legislate it. And so we'll see how all this goes. And so I'm looking forward to this review conference. We can come to some consensus on some of these issues. But I wish to thank you very much for the thoughts that you have expressed.
For Ghana Mampani, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Oti Yeno.
Some okujo to ablakwa ene na wakasa na ne waka nyina ne se ebra NDC amanyokuo ebontoa ekoba nyina omo na manoma ka che Ghana fo se wo awia Ghana sika wo awia Ghana nsase wo awia Ghana ka wo mpa nwasem na mpese mra bia na ubenya asem wo mpese police ni bia na ubetwema nso anaya chew aso opo echicherede ero akogina court yenya du ko wira court wonko aso dia eye dan abepia angel so sanse ye ba kofa dia ba amobia hu se bra we o sa na wo kronfo sa sister we sa na wo kronfo uwia Ghana sika eninti enam so ema omampani sa bre kra na obontoa nti no ye flag bearer His Excellency John Dramani Mahama o kan se wo ba na nyame ya domu pa oh wo beti team na we nye football team ena nye gala na omukwa akobo na emum na operation recover all loot ora tietia na no na ene ya to abama na wodi nkunim ba ya pe na mrante ne maba wam si ya tesim kinkin utimi nam social media kwa no akwato na obi a kire se ka we ya kopa kesi enti mumna mefa ene sa samo okujo to ablakwa enye ono nko a sara ena Martin Pebu lawyer waka hu bi enkane attorney auditor general kran so eka hu bi ori Adam Levo ene team no emrante ne akenti na wawom enya sam ketwa samo okujo to ablakwa de betu dwase adwuma no fini mu nyina ena oye na emom nanse ehubua bi eye aba ne so eboboba no wo so osuro pa Ghana nkwaya de obi boni tri mu po sign ne hone so obeku a ne tie bi obeyi afiri ho oso owa na obenya phone call aya na obi na efre na ama ni info ne obeti ane se wo a meku afiate asefo asasi so wo si den ora team wo na ada no e na aye kenken e na odi kai e na nkrofo di wachi ne ekwa wo ba be ye hwehwemu se meri aban ka maji aban sase medi Ghana sika wo se ne osusu sesa nkrofo na ebo ne ntreni wura ne nyina nso osusu pa se wo mu ye MPP4 akwa osi we no baga waya na mo ye no emmo ni hu we shekino enye na hwe wo se de atie bia no wo bekosa akowe e de akodi nkonim.
Threats have become a daily feature, but we have a tough skin. We know that the good Lord protects us, and we are also encouraged by the overwhelming support that we have from the Ghanaian people. So we expect more of the threats. We expect that the bad guys will even come up with more schemes. I have been suffering a lot of, propaganda, smearing, fake news, people just want to demonize you, bastardize you, and call the dog a bad name to hang it. But we remain unperturbed. We are focused, and it's an honor to serve your country and to leave a legacy in such a very positive area. So I really ignore those. I don't allow those.
Samuel Kujeto Ablakwa wono eneye titinani edima NDC amanyoko ora teama yete operation recover all loot no wono na yetitirani da no tse ehumwa enkrofo ye no bagawa ya eno enko ba bia nti be ya nka munyai na adwuma no wommo
ene ora la sem kroya ho ana ama oponglo hene ni sowa oko ako odoi akasa babas ma waka nyina ne se waka ade a kire kwane a operation recover all loot ora no wo fa so ye adwuma na enye ye bongo taxes no mu yusu no kire sa asa de wo mu nipa bia wo mu yade a ye ne sa keke da bi ye nye hwe sa se kura ye obi asase na wususu se ya ba asase na ewo ne ho a ebia nipa no wotoi oye ho nkrata asem oye ho bibia enti ya abotre na fa so aye se de beya sasase no mfa mani pa no kura ene empata sika bebam sanse watua sika no wode ato ho hyehyeye wo ho enti wo ya ne se kukuru ne agye na wanya yedwegye yede ne anya adwuma kwane amfa so yi wo adwuma no wo hwe ne ye na enhyada emwa kura asema de ato dwanyina kye se wo makọ sites ahodo binum a wo susu se ya ban sase a nkrofo bi atete so anase ebi mo sisi so adan ebi mo ye adwuma wo so ebi so ya asase a ye nhyada nya so hwe ne mumeni pabisi wo mo dia ya wo mo ni susu se ya ban sase na wo mo akwakwakwaje na wo mo ekwaje na wo mo susu se sansase na ya ban sase ya tonton e dia ma politicians ni bia emra ma hu kwan se yeton de ma wo mo ebi o kra sika yeton de ma wo mo je ye no kuma bi ketu ani wate afia atwea bi ya che sasase no ba bi edapa na hwe sika ye de je ye no a enka nya politician ene yeton ma no a enka be ton bumpa eno na agina so ama wo mo eye adwuma na wo se wo ye o mo ye adwuma sa ne kan nya ne bone so na mom kwane a wo mo fa so a wo mo jejensaase ne bie no wo so hwa aban kura emu no 1940s emu wo ba bie ena nsaase ne bi wo ho a wo no ni ako tobiase na busua etoye ene okujeto ablaka kura ne enwu no ena wo mo to wo masase ena busua no sese wo makwakwagye Supreme Court judgment sa wo mo ji wo masase na wo mo ji wo masase afedi akwakoye bibie ho ena orafo esusu namfa sa ban sase ni ye ji ade ena akofa nsem pii ade aba na wo sese asase na wo mo ji ye no wo mo to ya na so wo mo ji ye di free ni ako tobiase abusuafo ne ho no asese abusuafo ne so wo makọ Supreme Court akwaje judgment se wo mo ji asase no ade free wo mo ho no ena orafo no susu team no susu ade brutal force Rambo force Commando force Chakinaris force and your force will be a bongo tatis force wo mudi ni nyina bia hyem ya tese wo mpese wo ya no wo chi asase no enti sankrofo na yese wo mo kobra wuo no wo soso mpafe na moton wo mo soso hwim nkrofo nsase wo abra ni wo se wo mo gi oton enti wo mampani mu ani na ho na nkrofo na asoma wo mo na mo si ye probo no adwuma ye de ye nye hwe ye tena se ye committee ye numuti ye nye hwe ye nyifuwa ye nye bebre no agensase a enya dia jefa eno so ho ye case enti muani nko ho wo se hia abonten so wo mo sase wo ho orafo ye ni abre den fa kwa bia so pese wo mo che asase ni free wo mo nsem a che sa udwi ho ba bia enye ye na asema wo mo kan nyina ne se ora team no anam Greater Accra NDC first vice chairman Yara Ibrahim Jaja so and what did this adwuma no ya chese wo klemu ya nsaka wo ya se wei ayayadia wei ayabadia wei ayabadia a chese wo mo jensaase no sa no anim se de oro ne ye wo mo adwuma so obi asase so yetimi je se ayabadia wa brankrata wo ho a kire se nipa no eye ne dia yentie ensem a ni so wa akọ odoi ede to yenim
so wa akọ odoi Mayor Regent ewo Ponglo ha na manya information say yes me mpanyimfo akọka say obi ɛkɔhyehyɛ asase no so ɛfiri sɛ yɛde nyi ne ɛkɔ so no mensoma obiara ne me nni nkɔmmɔ bi me nuanom na ɛwɔ hɔ yi sɛ ɛyɛ nokorɛ sɛ ɛnyɛ nokorɛ ɔmo nyinaa hɔ ɛnyɛ sɛ ebi a me nko a mekasa obiara ne me di nkɔmmɔ ne ti sɛ gyagya na ɛyɛ ade no mefrɛ no sɛ deɛ mate din wabɔ me lɔɔre amane anaa sɛ daabi ɛda me sɛ ɛni ɔmɔ lɔɔre anaa amane bi
ni so akọ odoi ene ode ensema to dwa no na de ono so eye developer wo ma wo mu esi adan e wo saasase no so ya cha so ono so eya na musini a ofri IOP eba ye Alhaji Suleiman na Bayo ene ono so de atodwa cha se nipa ni bi wo ho a one the oral sa oral with the English oral what is the capital city of oral for na dwuma na wo mo ye nkofo bi so ne nam touchline ho ayo mo hu mini oral for na mo so gite nkofo agapade enti o so oral for no mama ni na ho de to so mi no mampani so mo ani na ho enti wo ho anu aba obeye kikiri a yenya mampani apa ya se yenye jinsa ase ne aba hey sa no agwo agapade no ode sene enti e wo se mpanimfo mo mani eda ho yenti Alhaji.
We went into it, then we realized there are some people using the name Aura, but it's not Aura. And Aura is a good thing for all of us, because if a government is taking something back which belongs to the government, which all of us as Ghanaians are going to benefit, it's good for us. But it's not that you go to private installation area that maybe a private person have acquired. If you want to do something genuinely, you go to the normal channel. If you believe there's something about Aura to check, you go and prompt them to come in and check what is going on here.
For the Amutin Kay, Alhaji Suleiman Bayo, one no, and actually and some would the actually and some penny for woman in a ho. Now, being cut or on no woman and I'm chancing was one can watch a jinko for a japadia, yabasabasa, on crofo, a japadia one, ain't you cry into Bambo Fonso and for him. Ama
Yampim Square, not young Koy and Manager 102.9 FM, and yet some news, no, and one, and I'm at Sewa, ya babamu at the emam. Now, all team, no, Edumana Womo Yana, and no, and former director at the Magana School of Law, a year Orakweku and San Asari, at the Atugasa no crack. Sir Omampani, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and the Menimi one fresh Ora team, no, as a Mojuman Miana Medeshamonsa, as a Monconcoya, was one 3 year, and Mguase and Chirinchi, and Mguaseka Kraka, and Mguase Street in Ekaba. Epa ene baba doano esan se ne ora team no adwuma wo mo ye no o se eni nyina so bia ewo emre bia mu ewo Ghana ena Bible ne kura mu nso no ye kase ye ko Bible mu nso a eno nso ye ntwere wo ba bia na ora kwaku ansansare wo se wo kan kwa kosi se ye wo anti-corruption agencies ni bebre ya crime institutions bebre wo ho iyoko wo ho Ghana police wo ho enwechi kra BNI wo ho national security wo ho Ghana police service wo ho enti se yesi wo bi ayekata asehye proye ene dwurumudie na ye kwa akota na kwa akogije esika enya afi ne yeti wo ratim wo se wo ra na ye den ye kwa akotwi yesen ana se ye kwa akoye den wo se debi all right team for the way was in your moye dear na so ratim no mo kwa kwatena se agene mani a ye hwe wanim din na ye MPP amanyoku ba na ye hwe na ebra wo ba ye no ene asase bi dan bi ka bi wo fa kwampa so kra na auto ya na ye hwe da akobọ bra we pass o se wo bra beka se we o sa time na wo di minister no wo kwoto asase wo koje asase wo kowi aka na se bibisa ora kwansa asare se dabi ora tim no se animanim ya omampani amfra wom anka nchom se me na me bo mudin munya amadwuma ya wo se nim guase pa e na wom de bebre no.
Creatures of the Constitution, have been named or mentioned in the Constitution. ORA is not one of them. So, as Attorney General designates, he should be able to tell, the general public, the legality or otherwise of ORA. The moment I read about ORA and I was interviewed, I pointed out that ORA, has no support in law. Now, if we are looking at, constitutional bodies, to carry out the task that ORA is doing now, we have several of them. You have the police, you have the DNI, you have SHRAT, you have the YOKO. What is ORA going to do that, these bodies, amongst others, cannot do or are not doing? And then only 2 days ago, my good friend Martin Pebu, informed the whole nation that the NIB boss, has surrendered vacant possession of something. It is not in the function of ORA to decide, issues with finality as they've done. And this is one of the problems we are going to have with ORA.
Former director Edema Ghana School of Law Ora Kweku Ansa Asare Oso Ora team no eni emre biamu enti yentwam.
Facebook page no so Edmund dan so was man medium ama medium
eni ohun
Ofosukachi
Debbie ohun chief of staff Julius Zebra na Edmund dan so o say adwuma be no ye ma ne position
yenimo Mami Pokuan so say enti Facebook for NDC for na mo kontokwa no mesra mu minyanti mudi o anamomu de ne bebechiri saka 6 wa hu
we ten pena
deputy sukran
deputy sinso beba e na afi na so afo na nkasa kora nso MMDA sne DC sne assembly members anti munya abotre board for na yi nso nti munya abotre
Facebook for no betimi enye
mbenya bi
Christian Ahiagbe was okay. Ya pese ora team no se papa ne se omo di omo ye no mugu ye ni ma so se aye pani nguase no omo ye ni ma se pa wo se papa no wonte ase a onko court eno so ka ho bi Ike 1GH wo se Ike there be don't do that menkasa asioti apele on the onye pele of Ghana and Africa and our world wo se Doma East we are waiting for Honorable Ali J Ibrahim Bono Reggie.
No bone de aba. Omo no ani di o.
Mama president pressure bia o. What it? Na wofusi enyenwie ya wie list no ho dada. O che that who bu the church san. Was Mr. President appoint Honorable Ali J Ibrahim as one of the ministers. Now for police kakra nkan. Hey, mo adwo. Afia nya akose sister ama I can't see my name in the list. It is not in the list. That is why you can't see your name.
The Edema number boy, no. In the end, this is not baby.
I can't 6. 6 beba. Is he trying to be assistant who didn't be?
Oh, we crowd being a DCB. Obenya board chairman B.
Chairperson B.
Genti onya botwe.
Agencies no doors. Why? Boards no doors. Kunya board member kra say. I was our member.
I was cow. Kwase MP wa baby a.
Sitting bia obenya akra show ho. What I say? Someone Friday can say see eh ana na dan kwa aka wa hai. Was papa no was a taxi driver no. Was no pa de wa no ye was no you and hono fair perfect please mention my now didn't me mention your name Alexander Boa Fokio was it the man talking is among the David
and for my obi atre na adwen
asuma we mintimi ompa bo atre ade betimi de no na akoka kire no na mi we de mintimi ga wanse obetimi de wadwen kire na ba me se wo de ba na wadwen ho sa wo ne ye ka kire wa kebe yo de why no aka ne sa na ye fe na ye di enidie de ese no ye de ama no na ye fe kire wadwen de Angel 102.9 FM ye gusu a ye som wo no na ye nto so na ye nkọ ye nim And I said, Virginia, Ojira, Mama for Madina, Bottom Pessia, so a lawyer, Francis Xavier Sosu. Now, Yera Xavier Jososu, and was the people, was he praying, and walking. Say, site construction now, what yes in a Cathedral, former press, Emeranso in China, Bow, and Richiana. Oh, His Excellency and not drive former president. Yeninka so oh was my power former president, but baby ananka was it National Cathedral no was walk you bet me see at the papa was better national project. You bet me see what they are mine no mining in any so emphasis. Savior so su honorable as my work can say wo mo ye Christoni. Ma Christopher in Germany muneso say our bonsam is a way of bois. Walking when any so on ye Christian or so a Christian my papa. Ya wa Jinya midin, Gideon now when yamim. Wa Jinya midin mu say a Christopher dear. Ye one son ya jedi, ya jidi and son ye who was one dear or ye Christian mapa. Now was also jidi pa. So what this site no at the papa Edia boa mine e bebo no so ye Christosum ni bi enya so dan ko a ena ye se kire se wo ye Christosum wo se omampani a wo twa mu ni aban a mu twa mu nre ye wo mu de 339 million a broso mpo e broso ebigu so kwansi gu so bebre ena July 2024 mu last year ye twa mu ya ebra ma me abra pa we kura da nya abra pa we abna ose asare ya wo ye minister of state at the finance ministry ho edi tu dwa e kire ye wo parliament say sika no ye twa ya de ba ba ye dwuma na sa bra no kura no wo kasa edi afa ensem bia deputy majority leader ma me Patricia Apiajei na wo se wo penchire mu kakra de afa sika ye de bo cathedral ne ho bra ene foto no musika no se de ho nsem esi kofa kwane a wo mfa so ede ye adwuma no na wo bisa ho asem ho na ma me ne be yi abasa 339 million bigu so ene wo mo de ye adwuma as at July 2024 ene wo se what Ghana na ye wo sika we ene yakoya den wo ye friend say IMF and what was any and some okay was in your mere nimney. Sahon cry the Sea Children's Hospital, Kualaya Sabia, a Babua Papa, and answer ye the year project to be a Ghana Benyan for so power one. Ya chance so as I dance. Now what was bought Aqua Shenya me bosso besia soda, ye sikana, the besia soda, yentie honorable Xavier Susu.
Me policy decision be a free about her empire about how I be dealing with National Cathedral. But menim say ni ebebe bia no ebe in the bigger interest of the entire nation because me a Christian me jide say if we were having a facility like that wouldn't have been a bad idea. However, say we share controversies surrounding this very National Cathedral project now it would be best to say your best son and issue na e ho nyina no see be converting into like one of the biggest children's hospital and I say research center be near the bayu and about whatever be the case I think say you bet me e use ho no for a national asset be a ebeboa yenim say definitely there are challenges. Now if there are no challenges then there can be leaders or there can be leaders without challenges. Leaders are there in the you bet me confront challenges near resolve our challenges need me say nyame aduma within the next 6 months sabesi afie no die na nyomani bia very very complex. I said there is no hope no na onyankopon adom no na ahyase
be more extra Ghana for was Ramwa. Munya Botrama Banya Wabano. Now Abaso of Ghana ye. I'm the Ghana factory settings. A baby and not and forbidden number virus at Ghana no na dodo. It's also saying resetting cra. Na Ghana sign a banage no sign ye Jumabium said a canonet and to be a abutre. Was say you won't see a quite big challenges, Baba dear. Nanso quite be a so ye bedroom.
In the last 4 years, idea back ni yenya no physical infrastructure and as a physical development. Ya kwanya access ni nioma. Eto de bia me and se misa kopɛ me amesika. And as me afoforo kasa ansa ne atime e bia road maintenance and as air grading. Se si anyame adom ye benya ye municipal chief executive. na easy say metimi a partner dispatch is chief executive no na e be a periodic maintenance of your road no drip machines here dia be ya ye be pe nnuane nneoma
lawyer Xavier Francis Kojo Sosu.
Ene mayenti we mfi watewe na yempem so enkoye ni mebra se wa ene ye betwa ye hotew abanum constituency chairman Edema NDC Amanyoko Okre constituency ewe Poyemantem Eyura Williams Eric Ayete wono na ode atudwa se no kre wom se yeto abawie na ene Okre constituency no NDC edi ntwose ewo hopoto na ose wo kam obi ati asese 2028 ne etie bia omedi nkonim wase ne etie bia omedi nkonim na wone yama ne boni German de shop pambo ene edi nkomo ewa amanfrom bra na ene amanfrom NDC achitafo nyina kwa se wom se omre and say some call Edias and Akoma Trade and Ponyankopon. About try a tree and yet piano, a rather now bomb by Betty Semre. Watch say 2,000 a better Semre, yet two baby and MPP Edin Kunim. Now so I wish him say, in Fimpimianu and your drone watching the Tibia and this Amanyuku, ever fan into my papa fra a walker.
Well, we are the results now in 2024 year as compared to previous results now. Say, regime from 2000 I lose here no. Now it was 9 votes difference, but almost every election we are vote in a cosro. But as at the last election, 2024 elections, no vote in a form. I make close to gap no. To the sense
constituency chairman Edema NDC or constituency Poyemantem Williams Eric Ayete Nanuachi ena Ayuba Mohameda one year church for Emma NDC Amanyoko se o kakraka ene ye second yentiwe
can say nipa ewo okre constituency mu nyina omoto abama ye in 2024 na so na rally penti na oye na ye ntumi enye akonwa no ye hye wo mbo se ya ba ba mu ye be ye adwumaden ye be ma wo ho ato na party ni mu aso aye de na
ene oti ye Ayuba Mohammed NDC constituency secretary ewo Okre